Hello to everyone in my native land of Barbados and around the world throughout the Caribbean diaspora and others who, like me, are concerned with the spate of violence that is destroying the peace of our communities. So I want to ask one more time, one more once. How many more must die before we all wake up to reality that self-destruction of our culture and our communities is not the way to go? It's self-productive and it must stop. So once again, I'm calling for an end of the violence in Barbados. Every time I check the news cycle, I can see there's another shooting, another drive-by, road rage, and everything that is out of order. The climate on the island has gone out of control. And this self-destructive course is not good for anything. I'm calling once more for an end of the violence. I'm calling for the people to support the police to end the violence, and I'm also calling for the police to support the people. It cannot be done one without the other. Therefore, I'm now calling for an island-wide march by the thousands against violence, to end the violence. There must be an island-wide march, including the police and the people. They must join together in a march to stop the violence. As I say again, it cannot be done one without the other. The people have to support the law enforcement to end the violence, and the law enforcement have to be with the people and not with this corrupted, out-of-touch administration who have brought nothing but misery on the island. For the last 7.5 years or so, we have seen the conditions on the island deteriorate from what it used to be. Although some are in denial, it's a fact that things are getting worse by the minute. Every day, there's another shooting, there's another death. The gangs are beginning to rule the streets, as I keep warning. To stop it, I'm calling for an island-wide day of march against violence, including both the police, all law enforcement agencies, and the people together must march to end the violence. Because if the thugs know that the police have the support of the people and the people support law enforcement to end the violence will stop. That's the only way. You have to let the criminals know that they do not have a safe harbor on that tiny island. And also to send a message to Mia and Marley, who really do not care that her time is up. It's time for the law enforcement to take over Parliament and tell Mia you're not doing the other no good with all this violence and you saying nothing. And you doing nothing but run about talking and want to keep fed and fool the people that everything is okay. No, it's not okay, Mayor. And I'm asking again, how many more must die? It's appalling that we are losing so many of our young people, losing so many and too many who should be the future of our country. How many more mothers must sigh and cry? How many more fathers must sigh and cry? How many more family members must wail and weep, losing the ones they love, their family members? How many more grannies and granddads must be afraid to even to go to the store to get a bottle of milk or a loaf of bread because of the violence? How many more? How long will this continue? If you do not have an island-wide march and a protest where the people and the police join together and march against violence and march to end the violence, this is the way to stop it. Law enforcement and the people must join hand in hand and do an island-wide march against gun violence, against drugs, against gangs. Let the gangs know that you do not have no safe harbor here. And anyone in the neighborhood who knows these thugs, give them up. Give their names and their address. You know who they are. Do not cover for them. We must get rid of the violence. It's not good for anyone. No one should live in fear because of some thugs who want to control the streets. Okay? No way in the world should this happen. No way. You cannot encourage criminals to make them feel that they have the rule to control the communities. I'm calling for an end to the violence. I'm sitting here in my apartment in New York City, safe and sound. And everybody loves me because of who I am. I keep my tradition of being friendly, courteous, and kind to everyone regardless of their nationality. It matters not to me. If I cannot do something good for them, I will not do it. I will do nothing bad. Well, that's the way we used to be. I'm calling for a return to that on my island where people feel free to open their windows and their doors early in the morning and say hello, sit on their front porch, walk down the streets without fear. We cannot let the thugs stop that from happening. So I want an island-wide march and a protest against violence, including the law enforcement and the people to join hand in hand and get on the streets and say, no, we had enough. We don't want no more gang violence. We don't want no drug gangs. We don't want no shooting and killing every day. Every day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, young men are shot down on the streets of Barbados. Okay? You don't have that here in America. Yes, you do have some violence, but not like in Barbados. Every day, people are being shot for no reason, just because some thug have a gun. Okay? So the law enforcement has to find out where are these guns coming from, how they getting on the island, who is supplying the bullets, who is supplying the drugs, and go after them. The island is too small not to know this. I keep saying this for the last 3.5 years. Okay? That things are out of control because of a wicked, corrupted administration headed up by Mia Martley. Who says she cares, but she don't give a damn about her own people. She cares about herself. Okay? It's time to realize that. It's time to let her know that you have brought nothing but misery during your terms here on this island because you think that you are the biggest thing since sliced toast. But you're burnt toast, man. You're burnt toast. And nobody eats burnt toast. The truth's in the garbage. It's time to put you in the garbage and let you go where you belong so the island can return to what it used to be. Okay? You're not doing nothing good for the people. Nothing good, nothing positive. So I'm calling for an island-wide march against this administration and an island-wide march to end the gun violence. And I'm calling for the police to join the people and march. Take action to save the island. The island is in crisis. It's time to realize that. And the only way to stop it is the people themselves with law enforcement to join hand in hand to put an end to what I see is the destruction of my once peaceable inhabitant. Why? It could be safer here where you live in my community than on my island. I can invite anybody to come here where you live. And I can walk the streets day and night without being molested, without being in fear of being robbed or shot. So why should here be more safer than on my island? I'm asking the question. Okay? I have been told many times not to come back there because of the violence. Now, if my own people is telling me not to come there to visit, you know things are bad. Things are bad. Over and over I've been told, don't come here. It's not the same as before. It's too violent for you. You know? It's not like when you raise up here. But that's telling you something, isn't it? If my own people could be advising me not to visit my own native land, then you know something is wrong. Where it can be no safer here in New York than it could be in my Caribbean island. You all think about that. And wake up and realize that you all are self-destroying yourselves. Self-destroying your culture, your heritage that was once so proud that everybody loved. Okay? Now people hate it because of the violence. Young men run around just shooting up the neighborhoods. What is wrong there? Something is definitely wrong, and it starts with the administration. There you go. You all take it from there.